Narendra Modi says India is playing a leading role in the global revival and the country is ready to do whatever it can to further global good and prosperity. Government says COVID recovery rate improves to 62.08%. Nationwide death toll rises to 21,129. Death toll in Assam flood goes up to 40. Flood fury still continues in 12 districts. Incessant rains trigger landslide at Dokun colony in capital city of Itanagar. No report of any casualty. In Mizoram, a moderate earthquake of 4.3 magnitude jolts southern parts of the state again. The district records successive earthquakes in the last 2 weeks. Good evening, viewers, and a warm welcome to Northeast News. I'm Chongamla Thumra, and now the details. Prime Minister Narendra Modi said that India is performing, reforming, transforming and offering new economic opportunities. He said this is an India which is adopting a human-centric and inclusive approach for the development. In the inaugural address today at the India Global Week 2020, Modi said India is playing a leading role in the global revival and the country is ready to do whatever it can to further global good and prosperity. He said it is natural to link global revival and India, and two factors are contributing immensely in this revival. One is Indian talent and the other is India's ability to reform and rejuvenate. He said India is a powerhouse of talents that is eager to contribute, and Indians are natural reformers who have overcome social or economic challenges. He said revival with care, revival with compassion and revival which is sustainable both for the environment and the economy is the objective of India. On the COVID-19 pandemic, Mr. Modi said India is fighting a strong battle against the global pandemic with an increased focus on people's health, and the country is equally focused on the health of the economy. Government today said the COVID-19 recovery rate has improved to 62.08% and a total of 4,76,378 people have recovered from the infection in the country so far. In the past 24 hours alone, 19,547 people have recovered from coronavirus. The Health and Family Welfare Ministry said a total of 24,879 new cases have been reported in the country in the last 24 hours, taking the total number of cases to 7,67,296. In a single day, 487 deaths have been reported, taking the nationwide toll to 21,129. Presently, the total number of corona cases in the country is 2,69,789. Indian Council of Medical Research (ICMR) said a total of 2,67,061 tests of coronavirus samples were conducted by various laboratories in the country in 24 hours. So far, 1,740,832 tests have been conducted. ICMR is continuously increasing its testing facilities for COVID-19 by giving approval to government and private laboratories. As of now, 1,132 laboratories across India have been given approval to conduct COVID-19 tests. That includes 805 government laboratories and 327 private laboratory chains. In Assam, the death toll due to COVID-19 rises to 24, with 2 more deaths reported in Guwahati Medical College and Hospital today. State Health Minister Dr. Himanta Biswa Sharma, in a tweet, informed that 696 new COVID cases were reported till last evening. Of these, 423 are from Guwahati city alone. With this, the total number of cases have gone up to 14,032. 8,726 COVID-affected persons have been recovered so far. The minister informed that 5,281 persons are still recovering in different hospitals of the state. In Arunachal Pradesh, 11 new positive cases have been detected during the last 24 hours. The Itanagar Capital Region (ICR) has detected 2 more positive cases from outside the quarantine facility. Lower Subansiri district also recorded 5 new cases yesterday. Currently, there are 176 active cases in the state. The Itanagar-based Tomo Riba Institute of Health and Medical Science (TRIHMS) has been shut down for 2 days after a health worker was found COVID-19 positive on Monday. The institute to inform that the shutdown is to enable COVID-19 screening of all health workers and sensitization of the hospital. Meanwhile, sero-surveillance by ELISA test started yesterday in different places of Itanagar. Samples from contacts of HMS Hospital health staff were also collected for COVID testing. A total of 109 persons have recovered and discharged from hospitals. COVID-19 sero-surveillance ELISA tests were done in capital region Itanagar. The test was conducted in 6 centers in the capital. The Deputy Commissioner of Ribhoi District, R.M. Kurba, has informed that the district administration has started conducting random testing in Khanapara and other areas bordering Assam. Approximately 508 samples have been collected and all turned out to be negative. It may be mentioned that lockdown has been imposed in areas bordering Assam since July 4 till 18. Certain pockets of the district from 13th mile Birudwa to Khanapara have been declared containment zones. Kurba further informed that no movement is allowed in these containment zones. However, Dorbar Snong have directed to allow the opening of fair price shops and grocery shops in these areas. Till today, as many as 14 cases have been detected in the district and all infected individuals have been shifted to quarantine centers. In Assam, as many as 12 districts are still reeling under flood, although the water levels in the rivers started to recede. According to a report by Assam Disaster Management Authority today, the flood havoc still continue in 354 villages comprising 21 revenue circles in the state. Around 1,80,000 population are affected in the latest flood. Crop area to the tune of 27,000 hectares have been damaged due to the flood. The district authorities have set up 16 relief camps in the flood-affected areas and distributing relief materials among 1,400 camp inmates. With one more person dead due to flood in Borpeta district, the overall death toll has gone up to 40. Heavy erosion of riverbanks are also reported from several parts of the state, including the river island of Majuli. NDRF and SDRF personnel are pressed into service for rescue works in the flood-affected areas. In Arunachal Pradesh, incessant rain triggered landslide in Dorkum colony of the capital city of Itanagar. No casualty was reported. However, loss of property of 4 houses, including a shop in the roadside, 4 pigs and a bike got washed away in the landslide. In Mizoram, a moderate earthquake of 4.3 magnitude has jolted the southern parts of the state this afternoon. There is no immediate report of any damage or loss of property. According to the National Center for Seismology, the tremor of 4.3 magnitude on the Richter scale occurred at Champhai at 2:28 p.m. The epicenter of the earthquake was at 10 km deep of 23 km southeast of Champhai district. The district has recorded successive earthquakes during the last 2 weeks. Nagaland Deputy Chief Minister and Home Minister Y. Patton distributed 530 bags of rice to the marginalized daily wage earners belonging to 37 Assembly constituency residing at Woka. The beneficiaries were identified from 21 villages. 1 bag of rice was distributed to each beneficiary, which was collected by the village representatives. Amid lockdown, many people who have been surviving as daily wage earners has been facing difficulties, for which Government of India and the state government has been distributing free rations to these people. The Deputy Chief Minister also handed over a PA system to the Department of Public Relations Office, Woka.
I have distributed 530 bags of rice. Regarding this IPR material, I have prepared and
A webinar was held today at Press Information Bureau on the topic Disaster Management and Crisis Management. The webinar was addressed by retired Lieutenant General Syed Atta Hasnain, who was a member of National Disaster Management Authority, along with L.R. Viswanath, who is the head of PIB Guwahati Regional Office, the head of the Department of Mass Communication Department of Tezpur University, Jaya Chakravarti, along with Assistant Professor of IMRC Aizawl, Dr. C. Lalmohan Sankimi, were part of the webinar along with various information officers from Assam. The inaugural speech was delivered by Syed Atta Hasnain, where he mentioned about how climate change affects the living standards of the people. Jaya Chakravarti asked on how to communicate and reach out to public during the time of natural disaster, including effective communication strategies and role of government information system by government officials. Kirti Tiwari, who is the Joint Director of PIB, also participated in the webinar. In Meghalaya, the Education Department on Wednesday issued directions to the educational institutions concerning admission of students for degree courses in science and commerce stream. The educational institutions will have to follow the directives like issuing free online admission forms for students and limits on number of forms to be accepted from designated college desks, apart from other directives concerning the safety and security of the applicants and staffs. The final list of selected students should be displayed on the institution's website. On the culmination day of Bedinkhlam festival, rituals and religious ceremonies began early in the morning in the ancestral home of Ka Lung Langdo, followed by Bam Tingkong at Lung Langdo. The ceremony, like Kintin Knong, a rite to be conducted by Ka Lum Pirdi at Lung Langdo, was temporarily suspended, and this was substituted with prayers with an act of oblation and libation. Similarly, the ceremony of carrying and immersion of the rats or Simbut Knong to the sacred pool Aitnar was also suspended. The uniqueness of the festival is marked with the sequence Kacho Tindai, signifying the beating of the roofs with the sticks, prayers invoking Utre Kirot, the Supreme God, for his blessings to drive and chase away plague and pestilence. The Chief Justice of Meghalaya High Court, Bishwanath Sumadar, and Joai MLA Wailat Miki Sheila attended the concluding program of the festival. And finally, to end the news, the headlines once again. Prime Minister Narendra Modi says India is playing a leading role in the global revival and the country is ready to do whatever it can to further global good and prosperity. Government says COVID recovery rate improves to 62.08%. Nationwide death toll rises to 21,129. Death toll in Assam flood goes up to 40. Flood fury still continues in 12 districts. Incessant rains trigger landslide at Bokum Colony in capital city of Itanagar. No report of any casualty. And in Mizoram, a moderate earthquake of 4.3 magnitude jolts southern parts of the state again. The district records successful earthquakes in the last 2 weeks. And that brings us to the end of this evening's bulletin. Thank you for tuning in. Namaskar.